Hey, how's it going, guys? Crazy Hippie here, bringing you another how-to tutorial. And today, this will be for all my vapors out there. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to properly prime the Atomizer and the Aspire Atlantis version 2. Now, this is a really nice tank. This is a sub-ohm tank, which gives you a nice, big, clean, tasteful cloud. And it's a really good tank overall. This is I believe it's glass. It is a glass tank, so it can take all your acidic flavors, all your acidic vape juices, and handle them real well, versus if it was plastic, which you do not want to use acidics in a plastic tank because it will just eat through that stuff. So today we're going to go ahead and change it into our new sub-ohm atomizer. So what you want to start with is pretty simple, common sense. You want to take it, unscrew your tank from the base, or I'm sorry, unscrew your tank. You want to take the atomizer and unscrew it from the base. You know, have some paper towels or something around because it is messy, it's vape juice. You necessarily don't want this to soak in through your skin, but it's almost unavoidable. So, now, this is a little bit different if you're coming from like a Kangaroo Pro tank or any kind of stuff like that where it's a much smaller wick. You really want to make sure that you prime this thing really well. There's a lot of freaking wick in here to get saturated with juice so it hits properly. You don't get dry hits and you don't ruin it. I'm not sure if you get a dry hit, first off, it tastes like crap and you can burn up the atomizer. So what you want to do is put your old one aside. Now this is a sub-ohm tank, so it can run with 0.5 ohm or a 0.3 ohm. I run it with the 0.3, which recommended wattage is 70 to 80 watts. I do use an iStick 50 watt battery on a 0.3 ohm atomizer. And the only reason I do that, I know it's not enough wattage to push it properly, but even at 50 watts, I still get a great hit and great taste versus the 0.5, which runs on 30 watts. I just don't like the way it performs, so I stick to the 0.3. So, you want to take your atomizer, take whichever juice you're using. I am using a watermelon Jolly Rancher at 8 milligrams. And one other thing, if you are going from a much smaller tank to a sub-ohm tank, you definitely want to go and lower your nicotine. I was at 18 milligrams of nicotine, and if you put that in this tank, your throat will be on straight fire. It's so much more condensed hit that the nicotine will just light you up. So that's another good thing when you go to a tank like this. You're getting a much more concentrated hit, so the nicotine can be much lower, and you're not at this high intensity level of nicotine. So being at 8 milligrams of nicotine for me is just perfect. I know some people that can go down to 6 or 4 after being at an 18 or higher. So that's definitely one of the nice things. Get that nicotine content down. So you want to take your juice, and as you can see, this atomizer has little holes around it. So what you want to do is take your juice, and each one of these you want to put 2 drops in. And just repeat as you go around. 2 drops each. And let it really soak it up. And in between the drop, just wait a couple seconds just so it can absorb into there. Alright, and now for me, what I like to do is I will, in the center here, I will put a thing of juice around the center. So, again, you take your juice, I keep saying juice, and you want to just, you know, wet the wick down there. Try not to get it in the center, but it's not going to kill you. And just evenly saturate it. Okay? And once that's saturated, you want to take it, what do I do with the base? You want to take it and put it back into the base. Now when it comes to vaping equipment, you just want to tighten it until it feels snug. You do not want to over tight vape equipment. It will break and you'll have to use some kind of plier to get it out again, which you don't want to have to do that. So just tighten it down until it feels good. No reason to over tighten it. You then want to take your tank and you're going to go ahead and fill it up with juice. Now with this tank, you definitely do not want to overfill it. I go right to the edge and I stop. Right to the edge. You then take your base with your new atomizer in it. You want to go ahead and screw it in. You flip it. Now with this, you do not want to immediately put power to this. You want to at least hit it for a few times. And you're actually, what you're doing is you're pulling that juice further into the wick. And you will see, you'll start with a full tank. And as you do this, it will get lower and lower because of that juice is filling up. Ah, damn dog. Alright, so you definitely want to pull on it some. Don't want to dry hit it until the wick is fully consumed with juice. And really, after you've done this a few times, you really can maybe just let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes to really let that juice sink into the wick. And then you'll probably have to refill your tank. And that's really about it. So let's see how it turned out. Tasty. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or anything, just leave them down in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.